Okay, welcome back. This is the Shotokan Sensei YouTube channel. I run it. My name is Paul Walker, and I'm glad to have you with me. We're talking about karate terminology, and this is another of the terminology videos that I've done. And what we're looking at here, obviously, are the 5 main blocks in our style in Shotokan Karate. So let's look at the different ones here. This first block is called a gedan-barai. Gedan-barai. Gedan-barai is a downward block. Downward block. Okay, the next one is called age-uke. Age-uke. And age-uke, of course, is the rising block. Rising block. I'll talk about each of these individually in just a second. Next, we have the soto-uke, which we generally refer to as being called the outer block. Then the uchi-uke, which again we generally refer to as being the inner block, or sometimes the inside block. Inner or inside, here again outer block or outside block. And then finally we have the shuto-uke, and this is our knife hand block. Now, as you probably notice here, we have gedan-barai, and yet all of the others are uke, age-uke, soto-uke, uchi-uke, and shuto-uke. Now, barai comes from the Japanese verb harau, H-A-R-A-U, and harau means to sweep. So barai is the part of the verb harau, meaning to sweep here, and just like with the technique Ashi Barai. So Ashi Barai, which is not a block of course, Ashi Barai is a leg sweep. Leg sweep or a foot sweep. So the idea behind the gedan-barai is that the barai, it's a downward sweeping motion with the left arm in this case, or the right arm if you were to do it the other way. So a downward sweeping motion from the opposite shoulder downwards to past the knee position. So a downward sweeping motion is the idea behind the gedan-barai. We could actually call this a gedan-uke, but typically we refer to it as gedan-barai. The next one, age-uke. Age does actually mean rising. It means to go up, so that comes from the verb ageru. And ageru means to rise or to go up, so that's a simple translation, rising block. Now, soto-uke and uchi-uke, this causes a lot of confusion in different styles of karate. As you can see here, I've written that soto-uke is the outer block and uchi-uke is the inner block. But in certain styles of karate, this is the other way around. Soto-uke is the inner block and uchi-uke is the outer block. So you're going to see this kind of thing happen sometimes, where one style calls it one thing and another style calls it another thing. What we're missing here is a word inside each of these. This is really a soto-uke. And the other one is really an uchi-uke. And we typically shorten these and just say soto-uke and uchi-uke. This word ude right here, this means forearm. So a soto-uke is literally an outer forearm block. So ude equals forearm. So soto-uke would be an outer forearm block, meaning you are blocking with the outside part of your forearm. Therefore, an uchi-uke means an inside forearm block, meaning you are blocking with the inside part of your forearm. So in Shotokan Karate, this is what we're really referring to. So that's why the outer block, obviously these two pictures look the same because the end position is very similar for each, but the outer block means that your arm is coming from the outside, going across to the inside, from the outside to the inside. So this one, let me put an arrow down here. This one means from outside to inside, using the outer forearm. And this one, therefore, this one is from inside to outside. From inside to outside, using the inner forearm, or the inside forearm. So don't get too hung up on this or too confused. If you're referring just to a soto-uke, in some styles that means the inner block, because they mean that you're blocking to the inside. If you're referring to the uchi-uke, again, in some styles this means the outer block, meaning you're blocking to the outside, from the inside to the outside. So that's why I've tried to explain this here, from outside to inside and from inside to outside. And in Shotokan, what we're referring to is which part of the forearm are we using to block. Finally, the knife hand block. Shu means hand. Shu is hand. And to means sword or blade So sword hand. So typically we call this the knife hand block. So this is the terminology behind the first 5 main blocks in Shotokan, and I'll be doing follow-up videos on some of the other blocks coming soon. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.